I got every workout from 1983 until 1997. Every single workout, every rep, every set. Preparation notes for Mr. Olympia and all these things. This worked, this didn't work. So very analytical, writing everything, analyzing, studying.
His training diary was his life, and that was him. He knew if he followed X, it would equal Y, and that's what's been proven.
He totally believed what he was doing was right. He had no doubts. That's half the battle. If you believe in something, you can make it happen.
Blood and guts is just to the level where no one's willing to go. I mean, that's what it's about. Turn the body inside out, no matter what it takes. He wasn't going to stop. He was a train.
I'm not a morning person.
Dedicated to being passionate about it.
Bodybuilders have become more lazy.
People have always thought I lift fake weights.
Iran and the United States.
You take responsibility for that.
Did you feel that Phil was off, or did you feel like he was great, but just the other guys really stepped it up a lot?
He was off.
Really?
He was off. Well, listen, he was off, but I say that it wasn't fat. He still was Phil, but he wasn't as hard as he usually is. So his glutes and hamstrings were not even close to what they usually are. It looks like that in a good light, but when you see him on stage, that trademark condition of Phil was not there. Okay, from the back.
Do you think he was better than the last time he competed 2 years ago?
No, I think he was last time. I think when he lost to Sean Roden, I think he was better than he was this week. That's my honest opinion, and I hope he doesn't take it the wrong way, but I don't think so, because no, that's the way I saw it. He was not better than. I think he was. I don't think Phil ever looked in his whole career the way he did this Saturday or Friday.
Really? Interesting. Because when I saw the pictures, I didn't think he looked bad. I just saw the other guys were just, I don't think it's a matter.
You know what? I think sometimes pictures are very misleading.
Sure.
Because you have to look at comparisons. Mm-hmm. Sometimes because you see, here's the thing. When I was sitting in the first row for prejudging, so I saw everybody. I didn't look at the screen. I didn't look at nothing.
You saw it.
Today I looked at the pay-per-view. So that was what people saw when they bought the pay-per-view. Terrible. Everybody looked really off. That was crazy. When you look at the screen while you were there, it was crazy. You could see exactly what's going on stage. But in the paper, I don't know if it's the cameras. I don't know what it is, but everybody looked. I watched it. I replayed it, just for me to get a chance to watch it yesterday, and I was like, this is terrible. If I was, I would say everybody's off in the pay-per-view.
Right. So what do you think about Brandon Curry? Do you think he was better this year than last year?
Yes, he was better. Brandon was much improved. He was way better conditioned, top to bottom, front to back. The only thing that held him back is his hamstrings. His legs is just not up to par with his upper body. Okay, but from the front you can say all right, but when he turns around, that's a problem. That's a problem, especially when you stand next to guys with glutes, hams, and dice, and size-wise. You can see he also doesn't have that leg sweep from the rear and stuff. That's the only thing that's been a knock on Brandon for years, and he knows it. I mean, everybody says the same. It's probably, I don't know if at this time if he's able to improve it. He probably did improve his legs the last couple of years, but it's not enough. He's got to improve them more in order to win that title back, I think. Which he can. I believe that Brandon can come back and win that title. Yeah, I'm convinced that, he's still capable. He's not that old.
Yeah, that can definitely happen, I think.
Yeah, I think so, because, he always has to lose some extra weight just to make weight. And if you got to lose muscle, how long do you want to do that? And then if you can't win, why would you, lose muscle dieting down and suffer? Go up to the 212, because I know he's going to do well in the 212. Keon did, so did George Peterson. Why wouldn't he do it?
Yeah, for sure. So last thing I want to ask you, so do you think, in your opinion, this is obviously just your opinion, do you feel like Phil should come back next year and compete again?
Do I feel like he will come back or he should come back? What was the question?
I guess both. Do you feel like he should, and do you feel like he will come back?
I'll be honest. I mean, first of all, if he feels like he still got it, of course he should come back. I would never tell anybody not to do it. But in my honest opinion, I think that how can I say this without pissing people off? I don't want to piss anyone off. I think that the problem he has with his stomach is not going to go away. And even if it is going away, he doesn't have the symmetrical, ab muscles. They're not there anymore, So it's really a problem, and it takes away from his physique. He has great body parts, but the stomach is right in the center, and you can see it. It's not that he cannot hide it. I know he tried by the side poses. I know because I went through this myself. And the only thing you can do is try to control it, which he did very well when he came out for his mandatories. He very well controlled it. But once you get tired, once they start calling you, unless you're in super shape and you can control it, you teach yourself all year, then you're going to let go. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's exactly what happened. And as soon as he let go, everything started falling apart. So to answer your question, I leave that up to Phil. I mean, I don't want to see Phil move back even more, because now he's 41 years old. Like, listen, father time, it's going to catch up with everybody, So that's the same thing we saw with Dexter this year. Dexter thought he was at his best, and he was absolutely not at his best. He looked good, don't get me wrong, but you're standing on the Olympia stage with heavy hitters. He still got ninth, top 10, but this is absolutely not what Dexter expected. So I'm glad Dexter's career is over. I know he's going to do well, and he's going to be involved in bodybuilding for the rest of his life. So, and then maybe Phil should just do the same. Maybe he should just, I know he's launching his supplements now. That he announced that somewhere, and yeah, he should focus on that and not worry about, unless he really still feels that he can get it done. And then I will be the last one to tell him, don't do it. But if I was Phil, I think this would be, I would probably, retire.
Got it.
Well, maybe on a stage. Maybe I would retire on another stage, just, so you can get that farewell and peace out, bye-bye. And, maybe we'll see him on the show at the Rock show in next year. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
I'm a fan of Phil. I always loved his physique, and I still do, but there's certain things that you just can't control no more.
He's in your top 5, right? Phil's in your top 5. I remember we had this conversation last time. He's in your top 5 of all time, right, Phil?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Dennis, thank you so much.
Because you can't forget what he did. He won 7 Olympics. Come on.
That's incredible.
Jay Cutler went out less than his best.
Yeah.
Things happen, as a competitor, and I know as a competitor, you still think you got it, you feel like you're good, and then you don't know until you see pictures and videos that you weren't that good. I don't know what it is that makes your mind just think you're better than maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't even know, maybe he had nobody in his corner that told him, I don't know, because I don't even know if him and Honey was working together, because.
Do you feel like Phil thought he was winning during the Olympia?
I don't think he thought that he was winning. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Like, was he surprised?
Because by the call. Huh?
Do you think he was surprised? Did you see when you saw him backstage? Was he surprised?
No. When he got third, he accepted it like. I don't think he. I think that he probably thought the worst thing that can happen is second. Mm-hmm. But when they got announced in third, maybe he was surprised. I don't know. But he handled it well. He handled it like a champ. Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, he handled it like a champ. He was nice to everyone. He didn't, all that attitude. I call it attitude, but it's not bad. When he had at the press conference, that did not translate. So he was totally cool. He was, he was congratulating everybody. And he was just a nice, nice sport. So good sport. So I love that about Phil. So he did a good job. So he didn't do it, he didn't hurt his name or his brand. He didn't hurt himself. So he did a good job. I think we will still see a lot from Phil, maybe not on stage, but we will see a lot of good things from Phil.